Well, we left Butte, Montana on Interstate 15 heading south. Looks like there's some rain up ahead. I saw a little lightning. Trying to make it to a rest area. Not sure exactly how far it is. I haven't seen any signs, but I did see it on the map. May have to stop and cover everything up with plastic. Got food for probably a week. Five or six cans of soup, a bunch of packets for breakfast, you know, the oatmeal, some bananas and donuts, and 4 or 5 packages of tuna, which I can make lunch, some tortillas, and I'm sure, you know, I'll be able to pick up a few things here and there. Bought more coffee. Wasn't able to find I like the Folgers, the bags, the instant bags. They just have the little packets of coffee that, you know, you rip open and pour in and add water. I prefer the bags that look like tea bags. Haven't seen them lately in the stores. They didn't have it at Walmart. But anyway, we're heading south towards Idaho, then Utah. Then I'll have to decide either to just go straight down through northern Arizona or go over through Nevada. I'll decide that when I get to Salt Lake City maybe. But it does look like we're gonna get a little rain up ahead. I-15 looks good. Less traffic, but it might just be because it's early in the evening, or it's right around 8 o'clock almost. But I was just thinking how just a change in direction can change your attitude, your view, or you know, just your mood. You know, we're heading south now. Every mile is a mile closer to home. So that's just, it's odd how it affects your emotions, your feelings. Now hopefully this rest area will show up soon. To get off the highway before it gets dark. They don't put on their signs, you know, how far the rest area is until you're about 2 miles away from it. Kind of leave you guessing, I guess. But I'd like to get to it, and usually there's some cover something you can sit under. As soon as I feel any raindrops, I'll get the plastic out and cover up the trailer and the dogs, and as much as the trike as possible. I usually put bags over the 2 panniers, the 2 bags on the side of the trike that have the food and other supplies. one of my sisters, who I'm going to visit in Salt Lake City, Mary, suggested, why don't you just rent a truck for a couple days, a U-Haul or something, load everything up, and, be here within a day or two. And as tempting as that is, when all is said and done, I'd like to be able to say that I completed the ride, or at least I made it back home to Arizona, pedaling the whole way, without using any automobiles or anything that I want to be able to say that I rode it, I did it under my own power. So, that being said, the only thing that would really keep me from doing that is if there was like a major malfunction with the trike or the trailer, where I couldn't use them anymore, or if my body just finally said, hey, I can't do this, no more energy, no more strength, just too fatigued, or just something gives out. And that's worried me because I have had some stomach pains, things like that, some pains that show up for a while and then gone, and I'm like, what's going on, why? So I know, just looking in the mirror, I've got 0 fat left, I'm down to skin and bones basically, and muscle. So I'm trying to eat as much as possible, even though that's kind of expensive. But I'm trying to eat and keep up the strength and keep going. It's been this week, last few weeks, really, have just, since eastern Washington, have been pretty hot, miserable. Even today was pretty warm, or pretty hot. Now it's nice and cool, and I thought I saw maybe in the forecast that it will cool off as the week goes. And it looks like it's going to cool off a bit with this rain. I'm going to have to stop the video soon because the GoPro is not in a waterproof housing. I don't want to get it wet. And I might have to put on some rain gear. We'll see. And I'm looking out for that rest area sign. Hopefully it will be soon. Till then, I'm enjoying this cool weather. This is kind of more what I expected of Montana than the heat that I've been experiencing. So we did not make it to a rest area, and I don't know if we're going to stay ahead of this weather. It's hard to tell if it's it's coming our way or if it's already passed. Doesn't look like it's rained here at all. But anyway, I'm pulled off, and we're underneath an overpass, little country road, gorgeous sunset. There is a breeze, I think, coming from the east. Some dark clouds up there. So I'm going to cover everything up, get the rain gear out, feed the dogs, and just kind of hunker down here for a while. It is getting dark, and I don't really want to be out on the interstate after dark, so we may end up just sitting here overnight and just relaxing. And looks like a quiet road. There's a sign that said no services, so I don't think there'd be a lot of traffic, you know, people getting off this exit, other than the people that live here. And it doesn't look like a lot of people live here, but hopefully this will provide a little shelter if it does rain or anything, storm shows up. And I'll just give you one last look at the sun setting. Just gorgeous. And there's the stormy weather that way. And I think this would provide us enough if it does rain a lot or get really rough weather. This would help shelter us a bit. The dogs want their dinner. They've had a long day. We've ridden 33.5 miles. You know, went into Butte, went shopping, got food, and time to take a break, get ready for the night.